Connected to YouTube, OffTrack Syndicate, February 18th, 2024.
Yeah, there it is.
Got it? Yeah.
Notification. Yep. Awesome. All right.
Home.
Get this party
Live.
started now. Still like about 45 seconds ish.
Barrel Dave, number 1. Timothy Ratliff.
Dave. I gotta get. Dang it! I should have brought that up beforehand. I ain't got enough time now.
RJ the Fed.
Not that guy.
That guy. Thanks, Toby. Wombat Mommy.
Here we go. 5 seconds.
All our favorite people are here.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to another edition of OffTrack Syndicate. This week we got an Immaculate Conception. We have a English pancake race. And I think a man was caught at the New York City border with a python in his pants. Uh-oh.
Or maybe he was just happy to see you.
It might have been, but all right, let's get this started. So I guess our co-host Kinsey is having internet issues. Oh wait, here he comes.
Yep. There's going to be more. Yeah, Kirk already said, and then there were 2.
And then right, I clicked admit. Where is he at? I don't know. He's having issues. Oh, Mel, how are you doing this week, dear?
Busy, but I'm okay. Enjoying the cooler weather here down in South Mississippi, in the 50s.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing my sweatshirt.
It freaking got cold Saturday, and today it stayed cold, probably in the 40s, high 40s.
And no, just coming off the what do you call it, Mardi Gras break, because here on the coast, the kids get the whole week off. Some get 3 days off, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but my kids' school, they have all of Mardi Gras week off. And but the thing is, tomorrow they still have to go to school. So most people are enjoying President's Day off. He still has to go to school. So it's kind of crazy.
Hey, did I make
here.
the show?
Who are you? State your name.
I'm the other guy.
New
that
Zoom.
one guy?
New Zoom. Who dis?
Yeah.
Long time caller, first time listener.
I'm still battling whatever flu. If this was flu, could have been COVID, could be something else. I don't know. I've just about got over it, but I'm still a little nasally and coughing a little bit. But
it's probably a virus. They said all these different respiratory viruses were going around big time.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to get a virus instead of some other physical complication.
Right. Yes, Kinsey. Tell us about your medical. I mean, we're all old now, so that's what you're supposed to do is talk about,
your ailments.
My lumbago's
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
me.
Apparently,
My vertigo.
super bad headache that I was powering through toward the end of the last show, which actually has lasted more than a freaking week long. The headache itself apparently was a hypertension headache.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's
So
yucks.
apparently I had blood pressure issues. I had finally went in for urgent care on Monday of last week, which was in this case the day after the show last week,
Mm-hmm.
and went in and I got looked at and said, "Yeah, your blood pressure's high, so we're going to
How
give you."
high was it?
Oh, well, it wasn't nowhere near that high yet. At that point in time, it was 150, 160 range over about 100 or more. And yeah, they gave me some medication, a painkiller for the headaches, and medication for the ACE inhibitor for the blood pressure. And I went home, and due to the wonderful blood pressure medication, I have to redo my DOT physical now. So I went in to get that redone Tuesday and failed it horribly, miserably failed it, and they said, yeah, your blood pressure is nearing the concern of maybe stroke level or something. You might want to go to the ER.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I went to the ER whenever I got turned loose and came back. That was shortly after having the range of a blood pressure reading about 193 over 133.
I can't believe you're alive. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, the specialist says that being able to hit them levels for a while, your body can handle that to a point because you hit those levels whenever you're in rigorous physical activity anyway. Although I was not doing physical activity at the time, but sustained levels are a problem. So the emergency room redid my medication regimen, and then the specialist I saw Friday redid my medication regimen. So I've done had three different changes to what I'm supposed to take and how. And I do now have 2 out of 3 days consecutive good blood pressure readings so that I can get set up to go back to work. So if I get good readings tomorrow, then I can get a DOT physical done again and maybe get some income going again because I've just lost a week.
You don't get sick pay for that or
I
unemployment?
have I have vacation time that I can use, and the vacation time I had already used beforehand. One for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas, and the other one for the camp out that Rusty and the rest of them were here for this last year.
Oh
So
wow.
I already had my 3 weeks vacation time because we figured, okay, and end of December, and it all resets toward the end of March. So January, February, March, that ain't no big deal, right?
Oh my goodness. Did,
Well, it is.
Right.
did they send you home with? Did you have to do one of those like wear a hot heart monitor so they can?
No, I did not have to wear a heart monitor. We ended up getting blood pressure cuffs, and so the specialist was asking for that. But yeah, I was on monitor for that and blood pressure both while I was sitting over there in the ER, and they were monitoring me and giving me stuff to try to ease me back down into a normal level so I can go home.
Oh, ouch. That's
Well,
scary.
you're under a doctor's care, so all that's you're getting medicine, you're getting all that fixed. That's the good news.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hello to some folks
Yeah.
in the chat. Kloppenberg, he said, I count only 3 jackhole. Isn't there a 4 jackhole minimum on video? I mean, right? I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
just haven't got around to doing any.
We got yeah. We're looking for auditions.
Right.
Clop, just go ahead and send your applications and stuff to what is that Mojo Sandwich Makers or something like that. It's
No,
something
you could
that
send it to OffTrack Syndicate at gmail.com or Mojo Sandwiches at gmail.com. 30 to 60-second video telling
No.
us why you should be on OffTrack Syndicate.
Right. Slightly venomous Kirk. Hey, Kathy in the Berg. Michael Ray. Wombat Mommy. Miss Jen Clifton. Hi, dear.
Hey.
Don't get to speak with her too much. She's working all the time now.
Oh, I miss her. She's so fun to talk to.
Timothy
Straight.
Ratliff. Who else we got in there?
And
RJ
I've
the
been kind of
Fed.
out of the circle too here this past week or so on communication. So I imagine that people that are tuning into the show are totally surprised shitless at what's been happening to me.
Timmy the Pilot, that guy. Who else? That looks like about it. Barrel Dave was number one. Thank you, Barrel Dave, for showing up. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Don't know. It sounded like a phone message or something. I don't know.
The only audio they're hearing, Ron says, is from a laptop microphone. You're the only one talking, Mel.
Me?
Yeah.
We did a sound check.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
Something
Let
on the
me-
outfits.
Okay, you
Crap.
guys talk. I will figure out what's wrong because it's always my
People
fault.
in the chat, see if they'll send everything in and see if it's just a feed issue or if it is across the board.
well, Dave. What he's talking about is over on
Mojo.
Mojo 50. Yeah, on YouTube, y'all can hear us, but I guess on Mojo it's not picking up. Damn it.
No, it's okay. Talk. I'll take care of it.
Right.
I do have somebody lined up to jump in here with us here at the half hour mark there. That would be the Triple B, Brian the Bearded Pastor, Bishop, rather.
Okay.
Brian
Yeah.
Jackson. I got late confirmation on it, but I got confirmation.
All right. Yeah. We'll. Sure. We'll do that. I wanted to hit on warhorselegacy.org. Warhorselegacy.org is a 501c3 located in Winslow, Arkansas. At the ranch, they research, fund, and provide equine programs and specialized recreational activities, education, network opportunities. And these programs foster physical, emotional, mental, and social health in veterans and their families. That's one thing that they work on. The audio input is Ron saying the input is from your laptop and not from the board or Zoom. So
I'm not using a laptop.
Well, your computer or not?
Yeah.
It's not from Zoom. It's from your local computer
the
microphone.
the webcam, dear. It's probably picking up the mic from the webcam. That's what's probably changed.
Let me.
On that.
All right.
Yeah, they offer Warhorse Legacy offers a variety of programs, peer mentorship, horsemanship. It's a veteran-centered approach in everything they do. And they're looking for volunteers. They're looking for dedicated, empathetic, and enthusiastic volunteers to join their team. You know, you can learn all about them at warhorselegacy.org. You can email them info@warhorselegacy.org, and they will talk about, answer any questions that you may have. So yeah, check them out if you can. A couple of bucks. That's all it takes to help them out. Warhorselegacy.org. Warhorselegacy.org.
OffTrack Syndicate, bitches.
Fixed it.
You got it?
I think so.
Problem is neutered.
Yeah, I thought I changed the settings on everything, but there's always one thing. You plug in something new and it takes over. I'm pretty sure it's fixed.
Delan's
Hey.
or Delan has joined in.
As opposed to DC.
Yes,
Delan.
Delan and DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so,
Slightly Than This, Wombat Mommy. Yeah, there's a few of them in there.
I'm back.
Yay.
Yay. So let me know if Ron texts you back.
I
Oh,
will.
never mind. He texts me too. I didn't even know.
Yeah, we're all on that one.
Uh,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, keep going. Yep, got it. See, we're good.
All right, so a pancake race.
Oh.
And it seems like I've heard about this before in the past, in the much distant past, but women in matching checkered aprons, headscarves, and a rainbow of running shoes limbered up Tuesday as they prepared for the centuries-old pancake race in this English country town. They rolled their shoulders in unison and did squats and all that with frying pans in hand at the starting line, ready for the word go. And let's see, I got a short little video here.
What are they doing? Are they racing with pancakes or racing to make pancakes?
No, racing with pancakes. So I guess we can see that, right?
Oh, I have never heard of this.
Yeah, so they carry some pancakes, and it's supposedly a thing that's been going on since the 1400s.
Really?
And tradition suggests that a lady was busy cooking her pancakes
I
at
can't
home,
turn it up any louder.
in preparation for Lent, and heard the pancake bell at the church ring, realised she was late for the service, so she just grabbed her pan and a pancake and ran down to the church. And that's where we believe the idea of a pancake race started. Now, whether that's true...
So, yep. Pancake race.
That's crazy.
Much more cheerful than the whole idea of the Olympics with the first Olympic race, I mean.
At the word go, they sprint through the streets, trying not to drop their pancakes as they roughly trace the path taken by a harried housewife in 1445, who, legend has it, heard the church bells signaling... Oh, shit, I guess I can stop doing that, sharing. Heard the church bells signaling the Shrove Tuesday service and raced off with her skillet.
What do they win? Like, is it just bragging rights or?
Yeah, it's just bragging rights. The race is held the day before Lent, celebrated at Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday in other parts of the world. The name Shrove Tuesday derives from the English word meaning to seek forgiveness or be granted absolution.
So instead of going to IHOP, they go to iRun?
Yeah, that's right. It is in Liberal, Kansas. They also hold this race.
Really?
It's just north of the Oklahoma state line and 200 miles west of Wichita. They've been doing it for about 75 years. And there you go. So they're racing with the
Racist
with the pancakes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it,
it's
yeah.
better racing with bulls.
You better hurry up and do it. Don't waffle on that one.
Nope.
Oh,
That joke fell a little flat there, Melissa. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah. Sorry.
terrible.
Sorry.
I knew a one-legged waitress that worked at IHOP, Michael Ray said.
No, her name was Eileen. Or is it Peg?
No. Peg was that other chick.
Z-Man says, Z-Man's in.
Hey,
he says,
Z-Man.
pancakes and I'm in. Yummy. That's right.
Sorry. The mom
Good
jokes.
grief. Where are we at? We got a few minutes. All right.
Yeah.
So, I guess in Boston,
Boston.
this is kind of Boston, a U.S. Customs and Border Protection dog sniffed out something unusual in luggage from a traveler returning from Africa.
As they do.
Right. And it turns out, well, the passenger returning from a visit from the Democratic Republic of Congo reported that the luggage contained dried fish. But an inspection at Boston Logan Airport revealed dead, dehydrated bodies of 4 monkeys.
Whoa.
The traveler
Dehydrated like monkey jerky?
said mummified mummies.
Right out.
Yeah.
Wow.
The traveler said he brought the monkeys to the U.S. for his own consumption.
Well, monkey's brains, although a popular cuisine and I can't do the line. If anybody watched that movie Clue with Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, You'll know where I'm going with it. Monkey brains, although a popular Cantonese cuisine, is not a red herring. Something like that.
You mean like the
Oh,
scene
was
on
a red
Indiana
herring.
Jones?
So he was going to eat the whole entire monkey. It wasn't just monkey
I
brains.
guess. The traveler said he bought it for his own consumption. Raw or minimally processed meat from wild animals, sometimes referred to as bush meat, is banned in the U.S. because the
I'm not
threat
eating
of
that part.
disease.
Yeah, that's why we have the agricultural laws or whatever.
Yeah,
You can't bring in plants or dead monkeys.
Quote, Julio Caravilla, nailed it, local port director, Custom Border Protection. The potential dangers posed by bringing bushmeat in the United States are real. Bushmeat can carry germs that cause illnesses, including the Ebola virus.
Yes.
That's what we need. And, Kloppenberg said, patient zero intentions, I guess.
Yeah. Kirk, I saw monkey jerky when they opened up for Skid Row in '89.
Oh, I hope he didn't get any pictures of that.
No charges were filed, but they did seize about 9 pounds of bushmeat
Oh.
from the guy. No charge. I think they should
A lot of bush meat.
charge him with something. Jeez.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's absolutely against the law, and it's gross. All the diseases he could have brought back with him.
Yeah, Z-Man. Faces of Death. Monkey brain. Yeah. Woof.
Well,
That, yeah.
well, that kind of. Go ahead.
Deland.
What do you say?
He's got questions. Do they rehydrate like shiitake mushrooms? No. No, they do not. I'm sure of it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't have a cough button.
Faces
All
of
right,
death.
so where are we at? Well, we still got
I'm right here.
Well,
a minute or two.
so let me piggyback on that real quick. The animals. So one of the stories I was going to do, I could probably, I'll tell the grossest story first. Based on a conversation I overheard at the commissary, I did a little research because I thought these people were full of shit. And they were talking about how back in the day, like the late 1800s, early 1900s, before pasteurization was a thing. Well, we had pasteurization, but before they pasteurized milk, the dairy community would try to spread as much as they could as far as get like their money's worth or basically scam people. They would dilute it with water, and sometimes they would, and this mostly took place in Indiana, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I read, it's mostly in Indiana and New York City. They started to use pond water to dilute the milk to sell it so they get more money, whatever. And then they would try to use anything they could to dilute it, whether it was chalk or plaster dust, all kinds of stuff. And so people started catching on because back then when you would buy fresh cow milk, it would always have cream at the top.
Yeah.
Like, the cream always rises to the top.
That's
So
right.
they were wondering, what could we use for free around here that would make it look like real milk? So they're like, oh gosh, we have a shitload of calves that we're selling for veal. So they would take calf brains, puree them, and put them in the milk to make it look like cream. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't believe it until I researched it, and it was gross. And then they also used to put formaldehyde in it. There was this, I think it was a progressive wave of natural foods that was going on, because this is also the time of, when we started adding preservatives to our food, but there was a progressive wave of natural foods. So when it comes directly from the cow, and I think that's kind of a thing now, people are trying to drink unpasteurized milk, thinking it's healthier, and it's not, and it's full of bacteria. And, there's a reason pasteurization is a thing. So back then in the 1900s, they started to put formaldehyde in the milk to stop the bacteria growing. But the thing is, people were dying. 400,000 babies a year just in the United States were dying from this milk. Yes. And they were using formaldehyde to add sweet tastes, and they'd use it not only in dairy but also in their meat packing industries. And they had so much outbreak of illness. It was so gross. But that calf's brain thing was that real. I can't believe that like actually happened. And it was only 100 years ago, like not even that long ago.
Terrible.
And one of the authors, so a lot of this came from a book published by I want to say pharmacist back then. It's called the Poison Squad. One chemist single-minded safety.
All right, y'all stick around. There's no telling what'll happen.
Yeah, if we're here.
Yeah. OffTrack Syndicate. All right. We are.
Yeah, it's surprising how much stuff formaldehyde is actually in.
A lot. They said, the doctor said, at least what did he say? At least the babies were preserved, or what do you call it? Embalmed. At least the babies were embalmed.
Oh.
That died. I mean, what the frig? We can drop F-bombs during the break, right?
I don't have a problem with it.
Just kidding.
Mr. Great Shot, cheers.
If you ever overseas and you drink an American beer while in like Middle Eastern regions and places where refrigeration is not that plentiful, guess what?
Oh man, let me talk to you about some Heineken hangovers overseas. Oh my God, the formaldehyde. Oh no, not just Heineken, anything on tap overseas was full of formaldehyde.
Yeah, that's what they use to preserve it.
Yeah, but it gives you a hangover. I'll take my Italian red wine any day.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey.
You don't have a way handy to send an invite over to. I'll see if I can try to figure out how to do it here because I'm not lined up on.
Who's coming in?
Brian Jackson.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't have the number.
I don't know if he does or not because I've been caught up with all of the other stuff that I got that's not working right.
I think I can send him a link on Facebook.
If you can do that, go ahead and do that because I'm not connected or anything like that to that with my computers right now.
Oh crap, we're coming back.
Oh man, that's what the listener said.
All right, it looks like Jeff Castle has joined in. Z-Man, Wombat Mommy, Mr. Great Shot, the Kirkses. Oh, you know what? I bet Mrs. Kirk's in there, and I don't have the thing turned on so I could see. Got to do all.
You gotta do live chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you were saying, Mel, about beer and formaldehyde and.
Oh yeah, and so in colonial days, breakfast was like curd and bread and milk, but also beer and cider because I'm not beer and cider.
Where's it at?
Cider. No, I know where you're going with this. We're not doing the Dickens cider. So And they needed
Well,
that
I
for
mean, if
scurvy.
you don't want to, Mel.
It's you know, it's
one of those
just
things.
cider. So because there were no regulations and nobody really cared about food safety and how many people they were going to kill, there people are just out trying to make money. And I'm really into that. Present day scams and commercials. Don't believe commercials. Blah blah blah. But this took me on a rabbit hole. So when it came to literally how the sausage was made, and this was in 1906. Yeah, 1906. There would be meat that had tumbled out on the floor, the dirt and sawdust where workers have tramped and spit, chew. They would sweep it all up and throw that in the sausage. Water from leaky roofs. They would sweep up anything that was on the floor, including dead rats, rat poop. Oh gosh, yes. They would all go. Anything would go into the hoppers to make the sausage, and formaldehyde. And it was, I literally, if I didn't read this, I would think it was total bullshit. Like, how could they get away with that? People getting sick, people dying. And maybe some people didn't even know that was happening.
Any rules, laws, or anything like that is only as good as its enforcement mechanisms are.
Yeah,
Roger.
and they described the floor that they worked in. I guess they were old wood floors as spongy because they didn't have bathrooms. They didn't have dedicated bathrooms or toilets at the time. So people would just take a pee or poop or whatever in the corner, and that would get swept up also and put in the hoppers for sausage. And this was during like regular factory work where you do the same thing for 12 hours a day. Like there were no work requirements or anything. You're doing the same thing 12 hours a day. And I don't know, like making a cog or skinning a deer or whatever.
Can we find a cleaner hole to pull a rabbit out of?
I'm serious.
Right? Yeah, that's terrible. So we have Mr. Brian Jackson is joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys today? Sorry I'm a little bit late.
That's all right. No, you're good, man.
That's all right. I was a little bit late too.
Yeah, we're having, just the normal technical troubles, and we're getting it all ironed out. And,
It's all my fault. It's all good.
And working on it. So I wanted to bring up the thing. There is a GoFundMe.
I was going to ask about that. First,
yeah.
say
I
what
think
happened
we oughta-
first.
Okay.
I think we ought to hold back and let Brian take care of this because
Yeah.
Brian's probably more in the know than any of us are.
Well, yeah.
I don't know about how much in the know. I can tell you what I've been told. I've not had a lot of communication with Aaron at the moment, but just a few text messages. But that's what I'm waiting to get some more details originally. But I do know that his sister-in-law was the one that started the GoFundMe account.
What is the headline here for? There's probably a lot of people in the chat that have absolutely no idea what we're talking about.
So, as some of you guys know, I'm part of the Breakdown podcast that we do on Saturday morning, and a lot of our audiences overlap and everything like that. And so, the one of the main folks on our podcast, Aaron Barker, he's been on your show a few times, and you see him out in the Jackhole Nation and some of the other places that you guys congregate. We finished up the podcast yesterday morning, had a great time. As we started to sign off, everything was good. And then sometime around, I guess it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we got a text message in our little green room side chat that said, let's see here. It said, this was about, actually it was at 2:08 p.m. Our time, Central Time here. And it says, our house just burned down. And that was it. I didn't get anything else. And so what I ended up doing was I sent him a message, and I wanted to make sure he, was being serious. And, because Aaron's kind of a jovial guy, and you never really know, I don't think he would, just be doing this. But anyways.
And it could have been could have meant something else. It could have been
meant
code
something
for
else,
something
right?
else. My house burnt down.
But anyway, so basically he sent me another message, said it caught fire and it's a total loss. And this was done at a little bit after 2. They sent me pictures. The house is his father-in-law's house. They were staying there helping his father-in-law after their mother-in-law passed away, after his mother-in-law passed away. And so his entire family was living with his father-in-law. And then basically what ended up happening was they just they all left the house to go do something, and when they came back, the house was a complete loss. It was done. It was over. There was nothing left.
Was
Absolutely.
anyone hurt? And any injuries?
No injuries. No injuries as of human injuries. They did lose their 3 fur babies.
3. Oh my God.
There was 3 dogs that were there. If you've ever watched the breakdown Overdrive, occasionally Ginger will come and join in with us. That was the golden retriever. I believe it was golden retriever, and she'll make an appearance on the show from time to time. And all the dogs were locked in the house. And when they got home, all the dogs were already gone. So
I can't. I have a horrible brain where, when Rusty sent me the text about it, all I could picture were the dogs whining and crying, and my brain sucks like that because I could totally see that.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what they're dealing with. And again, I've had very limited communication with Aaron. I did not ask his permission to come on here tonight to do this, but they are spreading it around on the on Facebook. His sister-in-law was actually the one that started the GoFundMe account. Basically, they do have insurance, and they're responsible citizens and all that good jazz. But there's going to be some lag time from getting that all instituted and get everything set up for that. And they're just asking to share as much as you can with whoever you can. Actually, I can send you the link.
I got it right here.
And then there's a photo of what the house looked like. It looks like it was a total gut from front to back. So it was horrible. Now, Aaron and I have been friends for goodness most of my life, and I'm going to say he lost a lot. I just know his personal possessions. That man had a library that would make most preachers drool. He had books on top of books on top of books on top of all kinds of stuff, and then of course computers and all their personal assets. And his daughter posted on Facebook also that basically the only possessions that the family has are what was left in her dorm room. So most importantly, we're asking that you guys pray for him and just remember him in your prayers. This is absolutely devastating to the family.
Oh yeah.
And
Timmy the pilot or one of the mods, if you could, I put the link in. I'm not even a mod on my own channel. I got the link in there, but it's not clickable because I'm not a mod. If somebody
what is the GoFundMe? Can you spell it out?
Sure. Let me pull it up here real quick. It is gofund.me/Niner Frank 4 Charlie 65 Alpha 8.
Okay, say the last part again.
Okay, so it's
9F6
F4 C6 5 A is an alpha 8.
Okay.
And that's something that his sister-in-law set up. Her name is as Angela, and that's his wife's sister. And they are this is the house that basically Allison and the kids. Well, Allison pretty much grew up in. That was where they were living when her and Aaron met. So this is for the last 20 years they've lived in this home. And he just recently lost his wife, and so folks, it's rough. I couldn't imagine what they're going through.
It just kept coming back to me. Everything's gone. You got the clothes on your back in your vehicle, and that's it. And it's like, where in the hell are we going to stay? Where are we going to, just everything. You can't even cook. We ain't got nothing to cook with.
I have a limited understanding of this because this happened in my family history, because I was in second grade whenever it happened. So there's nowhere near the connect and the understanding on how much of a loss of everything was whenever you're at that age. So I mean, all we had was what was left in one of the clothes hampers that my mother was able to get out of the window out of one end of the house.
Well, I know that Aaron, me and Aaron were talking a few days ago, and he had some books that he was wanting to sell, and we were going to do some exchanges for some of the 1689 cigars, um, for the to help with I guess he just wanted some extra money and things like that, and he had some fantastic books. If I could pull the pictures up, I'd pull them up for you. But we're both in the faith, and so he's a very avid reader, and the boy wears me out when it comes to his reading because he reads like a freaking librarian. But this is devastating. I mean, they lost everything. I mean, as far as I know, there was nothing from the house that was salvageable.
Yeah, damn.
Wow.
Our fearless leader Ron Phillips he went through this a few years ago. Lightning or something struck their house, and they lost everything. So,
well, I'm grateful that there was no loss of life. I'm
Yeah.
grateful that there was no personal damage. But still, I can't imagine losing everything that you've accumulated. So pretty much everything that him and Allison have accumulated since they've been married was in that house. So that's the memories and the whatnots and the gifts. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff I'm sure that they'll never be able to get back.
There's some things that are not replaceable.
Yeah.
Do they know the cause yet, or is it still under investigation?
I haven't heard. When I talked to Aaron, basically Allison had posted on Facebook that they were talking to the insurance companies and the fire departments and the police and a few other things. And I did ask him, I said, did they suspect that was anything? He said, not that he's aware of. They don't know what caused it yet.
That's
Again, I'll tell you that Aaron did not ask me to do this. And so if he gets angry with me, I'll take the heat, but he's my best friend. And
he wouldn't
if
be
you
angry.
guys can do anything, it would be greatly appreciated.
Heck yeah.
Well, yeah, OffTrack Syndicate has been really good with helping out the community. We've helped out Warhorse, and I think I really think our listeners are going to help with Aaron.
anything-
We have a really good group of people. I'm getting
Yeah, guys, anything you can
freaking
throw. If you
chills
can throw
right now.
$5 would be great. I mean, anything, because just imagine nothing. Jeez.
That's
Yeah, and I told we were just talking the other day. We were talking about upgrading some equipment for him because he's kind of the anchor for the breakdown, and now we just recently got on a couple of other syndicates, and this is gonna do a major death blow to his dream. I mean, the breakdown's been his ever since he can remember, and ever since I can remember. We started the breakdown as kind of a joke. Almost 20 plus years ago, before him and Allison got married, and it was me and
I
him
didn't
sitting
know
in a
that.
little room with one of those little white microphones, the little white Microsoft microphones, recording into our computer, and no
Yeah.
one ever heard the podcast, right? And we've come a long way since then. But again, it's something that is actually
Hey,
we're just really-
somebody was saying that they thought Brian. It's not hot on my end, but they were saying that Timmy is Brian's mic hot? Or you usually Timmy will tell me if there's any sort of
I could pull back a little bit. for
any
you.
sort of
You
issue.
just went quiet there at that point. That's going the wrong way.
Is that too hot?
That sounds good to
it's-
me, but I mean,
Oh,
when-
Timmy said he was a little low. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. It sounded fine to me. Somebody said it
Okay.
earlier. I think Z-Man. I don't know.
If anybody can read that up there, right there, the GoFundMe right there with a reminder of what it's for
Oh, yeah.
GoFundMe
Timmy's-
for Eric Parker and his family.
Yeah, Timmy's posting and Timmy's posted it in the YouTube chats there. So
Timmy says, I'm a little low. Listen to Timmy. Okay.
yeah.
Thanks
Roger
for
Rabbit
the-
said everybody sounds good in his headphones. So
Good.
okay.
I think he's calling you short.
Well, you
Something.
know, I've been called short, I've been called fat, I've been called ugly, but it's all been by better people, so I'm not really worried about it.
Well, at least nobody was lying to you. You got that as a blessing, all right?
Amen. Yeah, and we
There
know
you
the
go.
truth, and the truth shall set you free, right?
Uh,
Okay, so on to a different note. Tell us about 1689 cigars.
So 1689 Cigars is a company that a friend of mine has started recently, and I'm helping them get some stuff off the ground. But basically, what it is the mission of 1689 Cigars is to help the Nicaraguan church basically fund their operation. So every time you go to 1689.com or 1689cigars.com, excuse me, and you purchase cigars, what we do is 100% of that goes to support ministry. It either supports bivocational pastors like myself, or it supports the actual Nicaraguan tobacco farmers and rollers and everything like that. They've got some beautiful hardware. If you've seen some of the, I don't know, I've shared with Rusty a couple of times, but we have these beautiful humidors that are hand carved, and they have the some of the church fathers on them, like John Knox and John Calvin and Charles Spurgeon. And we're getting ready to do a couple of conferences. We can't hardly keep stock in. People are absolutely loving these cigars. So we're actually waiting on a big order to come in sometime ballpark in the end of this week. We're hoping early next week, and we ordered over 1,050 sticks. And so we've already got back orders for almost all of those ready to go out.
Wow,
So,
what's the website again?
it's 1689cigars.com.
Yeah, I know there's a few cigar smokers in the YouTube chat. Mr. Great Shot. I think Z-Man will.
One thing I learned the hard way. So living overseas, we were able to bring wine back with us, like through the military program, and stupidly, I thought that red wine lasts forever because you always hear about fine wine aging fine or whatever, but it's not true. There's only certain amounts that age well. So I lost a lot of bottles of wine by not drinking them, but it's the opposite for cigars. So if you want cigars, stock up on them because as long as they're kept in a humidor, they do not go bad. Like I think it's 10 to 15 years, but sometimes they could last a lifetime. So it could be an investment. So buy a bunch of cigars because they're not gonna go bad. And
And you're helping a good cause too. I mean,
exactly.
1689 is run by vocational pastors. There are three of us that are working on this together. And then you've got the actual place where we buy the cigars is from a company in Nicaragua called Reform Cigars. Every dime that we pay them for those cigars goes back to help the church and they're basically single mothers and widows from the cartels in Nicaragua. So these folks are just, they're just trying to make life happen. And so this brother, his name is Al Gomez. He's actually done some great work organizing this structure and organizing this group of people and organizing this company, and then brought these wonderful cigars back into the United States. So they do have. If some of you cigar smokers out there know, you've probably heard of Drew Estates. If you've smoked any cigars, Drew Estates is a big label, and these folks actually supply some of the tobacco for Drew Estates. So that tells you that this is a quality cigar.
Yes, it sure does. I don't think I've had one yet. Rusty, have you?
I have. Yeah, I bought one and then he threw one in. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Though the wife, she really does not like me to smoke in the house. But if I'm smoking them, I want to be on camera and smoking them. But
Well, talk to me sometime, Rusty, and I'll tell you how to diffuse that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Yeah.
Or maybe on one of your the Bourbon Syndicate. Is it Bourbon Syndicate or the Bourbon Syndicate?
It's the Bourbon Syndicate.
The Bourbon Syndicate. Yeah, you can do a twofer. Go outside, like in your meadow, where you're
right. Yeah.
The breeze blowing through your hair. You're all like,
I got a couple videos I got to finish editing and get out there, but
I thought that hair was attached to the hat.
no, it's not attached to the hat.
That's hilarious.
No. The hat's attached to the skin on the head.
Oh, this is a Joe Dirt thing. Okay, gotcha.
Right? Yeah.
Have you ever done a man bun?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
No man buns. No man buns. Come on now.
How about braid? Does Judy ever braid it for you?
No. No, I do put it in a ponytail, so when I'm driving it's not all freaking in my face and stuff, but
It's not flailing.
yeah.
Rusty
Yeah,
is
no.
to a
What did Roger said, time to convert an old van to a mobile studio, Rusty, right?
Oh, you just happen to have a camper, don't you?
I do have a camper. Yeah, somebody says gonna turn my little camper into a portable roving studio, I think is what he tried to.
Timmy
This
the
is
pilot.
like Breaking Bad for a podcasting.
You already got your LCD display and part of your cabinetry set up and everything.
Yeah.
All you got to do is, set up like a little lap desk set up there, and you can go ahead and drop that green screen down and just like you're at home.
Right?
No, Mr. Great Shot.
Matter of
Yeah,
fact-
man
matter of
bun
fact-
is just wrong. I'm just busting balls.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we can make that happen if you come up on over here, Rusty, for the camp out, because hey, I got enough internet to be able to carry a computer now. So here we go.
Yeah, so we're having a get together at Kinsey's June 3rd through the 10th. And it's just going to be a week of camping out and shoot some guns, drink some liquor, not necessarily in that order.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Movies, Kinsey breaks out a big movie thing. We watch movies and cook.
Yep.
Just all kinds of food. Oh my God, that guy has got food. His wife, they'll make you fat. All right, you're gonna gain a couple pounds because there's gonna be some eating.
Now I
going on.
see you have Brian's attention right there. Look at him; he's got that
Hey,
stare,
wait a
just like
minute.
my kids do with the
Hey.
cartoons.
So Kinsey
not
gets the
nice.
hospitality award.
He does.
I just take the credit and let my wife and kids do all the work.
There you go. Yeah, so June 3rd to the 10th, it's around what is it? Something's Reynolds Station, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, if you're looking on the map, you're looking for the intersection of two state routes. One is Highway 54, and the other one, which would be easy for most of us jackhoes to remember, is State Route 69.
There you go.
What's the city again?
Reynolds Station.
Reynolds
Yeah,
Station.
it's near Reynolds Station. It's easier to find Fordsville and go north up Route 69 about 5 miles, and that's about where I'm at. Make sure if you end up coming, you let me know so I can send you a drop pin location, because if you're looking for me based off of the address, you're going to be a mile up the road one way or the other, the wrong direction. You're going to miss it.
And the Kirkses are planning on, they're going to be out there, and Kathy and the Berg and her wonderful husband are planning on being out there. If everything
Arthur?
goes right, we're going to, yeah.
Yeah, Arthur, Diane, her
Kirk
kids.
said evidently it's all gravy food that leads to high blood
Michael?
pressure.
Oh, I'm not correct. Mr. Great Shot said, Brian Jackson, how can I get some of those cigars? It's 1689cigars.com.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Great Shot.
1689cigars.com. And like I said, it'll take we're waiting on a big shipment to come in right now. We've had several folks broadcast or do some plugins for us across the pod sphere and stuff like that. And we're getting ready to go to a big. Some of our brothers are going to go to one of the big conferences. It's a big Reformed conference, and so the Reformed Baptists love their cigars. So, well, some of them do, and so feel free to get out there and get your orders in. If we don't have any stock we have very little stock right now, but just keep an eye on. Sign up for our newsletter, because as soon as the stock comes in, we'll be sending out specials for everybody. We're right now running a special called February Fiver Frenzy, So if you buy a
Ooh.
5-pack, if you buy a 5-pack of any one of the cigars, or if you buy 2 5-packs, you get $10 off. So full price for the first one, then you get $10 off the second one. And if you have an order that's over $100, one of the pastors that we work with has actually recreated the stained glass window from Charles Spurgeon's college using cigar bands.
No, that
It
sounds
looks
awesome.
so cool. Yeah. You can pick those up off the website as well. So it looks really cool. I actually helped contribute to some of the cigar bands for him, and then a big part of them came back from one of our friends traveled to, I believe it was Mexico, and they actually brought back real Cuban cigar bands, and so the thing looks really awesome.
That's really cool. As someone that grew up in the Catholic Church, I really appreciate stained glass
Oh yeah,
and that kind of art.
Well, Clay is the gentleman who put this together, and I can send you a link for it, but it looks really, really cool. It says et tenno et tenor, which literally means I am hell, or I'm going to mess this up now. Hang on a second here.
Here
Let's
we
see
go
if I
with
can
this
pull it
Latin
up.
stuff.
Yeah, it's something about I am held. Let's see, I hold and I am held, and that was one of the things from Charles Spurgeon.
Oh, cool.
I'll put it in the link so you guys can see it or share it if you're interested.
Yeah, we'll share it. We're fixing to go on our hard break here, top of the hour.
I was going to tell my Baptist joke, but it just doesn't seem appropriate right now.
That's okay. I'm not Baptist. It's okay.
I'm not
Why?
either.
You don't like potluck? There's got to be something wrong.
We don't have a church meeting unless it's an eating meeting. Come on.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell it on the
All
other
right,
side.
folks, stick around. We got some more stuff to talk about, craziness. Who knows what we're going to get into. I think Timothy Ratliff is going to be joining us. Yeah, we're here. OffTrack Syndicate. All right, for those that don't know, we are in a 4-minute break. We're on a radio station, internet radio station, and we have to conform to their breaks. So we are in a break for the next 3 minutes. Go get you a drink, go to the bathroom, and come on back and stuff.
Hello, gentlemen.
Howdy.
Mr. Ratliff, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
You know, we're okay.
I ain't dead yet. I'm getting
That's
close,
right.
but I ain't dead yet.
I'm not
There
dead
you go.
yet.
Yeah, did you catch the opening of the show there, Brian?
I did not. I missed it.
Oh, I'll just give you the highlight, the biggest highlight real quick. Here about Tuesday evening late, my blood pressure peaked out at 193 over 133.
Zoink, Scoob. Wow. And well, you're still walking apparently, but golly,
Yes, I am.
wow.
I was laying down at that moment in time, but that was voluntary that I was laying down.
It should be. If not, it would have been mandatory if I was around you. That's ridiculous, dude.
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to kill yourself or what's up?
Well, so far the biggest guess is genetics. We don't know why it was that high.
Well, there's that.
Yep. Are you on metoprolol?
They put me on lisinopril, and I forget what the other name there is. It's a combination pill that's got two things for the blood pressure built into one, and I was assigned that whenever I started this out on Monday. Took off the combo and just lisinopril Tuesday when I left the ER. After I saw the specialist Friday, I went back to the first pill that I was on with the double dosage and added another pill, which was a 2 times a day pill to go with it. So technically, I'm taking 2 different kinds of pills, which is technically 3 different medications for blood pressure control right now.
Okay.
Oh, we got to get Mel back in here to adjust our picture over on YouTube. We got Brian nearly cut off. I mean, not Brian, Timothy, nearly cut off in the YouTube.
Okay.
Dang it.
But yeah, because of that, I've been out of work all week too, because I got to have decent enough blood pressure readings and stuff to be able to drive. So whenever I got
Michael
medication.
Ray said your blood pressure was high because I sent you a picture of me in a Speedo.
That would do it.
That
That wouldn't be from excitement either. That would be from dread.
yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I got the medications, that means I had to recertify for my DOT physical and stuff. And I failed it miserably. That's why I got sent to the ER, because I was near stroke levels at that point.
Yeah, that's terrible. All right, here we go, folks. 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, Mel, dang it, she's absent again. We're back, and we have with us Mr. Tim Ratliff. Timothy, I call him Timothy.
We have the head of Timmy.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Tim.
he's kind of cut off a little bit down there in our YouTube. Here comes Mel. We'll get her to adjust us out.
Hey, Mel, YouTube wants to see more of Mr. Ratliff than just his head.
Yeah, we're kind of cut off. He's kind of cut off a little bit in the.
Gotcha.
Oh no, the upper head, the upper.
I gotcha.
Kenzie.
Wow.
Jeez. So, how are you, Mr. Ratliff? Mr. Ratliff is a longtime Patreon member.
And a patient man.
And a very patient man. And we much appreciate all the support. We use that money for stuff like Mel just got the new webcam, and that came from Patreon money, and it helps keep the lights on, keep us in a couple subscriptions so that we can keep this shit show going every week.
Keep the shit rolling downhill.
That's right.
Yep.
So what have you been up to? Anything new in your world?
Just working a lot. Turned another year older 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Sundays ago.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I was trying to find. Here we go. Do we want to start our questions for?
Yeah, you do great questions.
All right. Let's go with the easy one. If you could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would it be?
Mm, probably 27.
27. Okay. All right. Well, because there's just not enough in 24, is there? You gotta,
There's not enough because I like to do other things besides work. Most of the days working.
Well,
I like
now
to help.
Yeah.
is this changing the hours or just how you count them?
Just how I count.
Well, then why not just go ahead and divvy it up into 100 equal segments, and there you go. Now you got metric time.
That's probably
So-
Oh,
true.
jeez.
Yeah. So, has anybody heard the thing about why don't they add another month to the calendar and make them then it would work out that every month would have 28 days, and it would start and end. I think it would start on a Monday, or you could start it on a Monday. I don't know.
Does it really
seems
work that way?
fascinating.
I've seen the TikTok that actually there was
Yeah.
supposed to be a lost month. I don't know
Right.
all the details of the theories behind it, but I know that there's also there's an astrological sign that's a 13th month as well that nobody ever talks about.
Huh.
I don't
A
know.
lost
I'm still
month,
concerned
which is-
about daylight savings time. Is that going to happen or not?
Yeah, them changing it. I wish
Yeah.
they would. I wish they'd just get rid of it.
Make up their mind. Either leave it spring forward or leave it fall back. One of the 2
Mhm.
days.
Well,
Yeah,
if they
just-
if they get rid of daylight savings time, then we're in the winter time frame all year. But if they do if they do the spring forward like the regular time, no, like if they do oh my gosh, what we're going into next month,
Yeah.
then it'll be that way. Like, would you rather have more daylight in the morning or more daylight at night, basically?
Here's a little bit of news. You're still going to have the same amount of daylight anyway.
But I mean, at the time of, would you rather have
Yeah.
nights stay longer or
rather-
your mornings?
Yeah, would you rather go to work during the daytime whenever it's morning and not when it's morning and night or morning and dark?
Mhm.
I don't know. It sounds too much like math. I'm against it. Do you, if you could lock someone up and throw away the key, Timothy, would you? And if so, who would that be?
Ooh.
Probably not, because there's always redemption for someone.
Good answer.
Wow.
Good answer.
You have more grace than many of us or more mercy than many of us other people do there, Mr. Ratliff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, look, I'm all about forgiveness and redemption, and
As long as the guy deserves
I'm all
it, right?
about it. I'm all about it. Okay. I think I know what your answer is going to be on this. I know what my answer is. What's your opinion on naps?
If I can take one, it's good. If I can't, oh well.
Yeah, I love naps. I mean, I am all about, yes, if I could just, catch a nap in the middle of the day, for like an hour, I think it would be amazing.
They are really good for you. And I don't think that's disputed in any community, but they say, like sleep experts say, no longer than 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
What do they know?
Because it goes into if it cuts into a REM cycle, then it messes up your sleep for the rest of the night. I don't know. It's never bothered mine. So
What they're doing is they're going to be given a reason not to give no more than a certain amount of time, even though it's going to take so much time for you to get to that point to where you're in that trance to feel better. And then you probably need a little bit of a few minutes of groggy wake up time before you get back to doing anything important after too. So you need at least the full hour for that, right?
Well, I mean, other countries do it. They have siesta, they have fiesta, different countries. I forgot which one, but in Europe, if you don't live in a tourist town in Europe, like you live in regular rural, everything closes from noon to 5 or 6. Nothing's happening. You can't go get fast food, or you can't go get a meal, or you can't go shopping during the afternoon because they are sleeping.
Let's see. What are we saying? Miss Barbara. Hello, Miss Barbara.
Barbara. Hey.
Barbara.
She has joined us. Let's see. I seen somebody else that had joined us.
Scott Morris.
Scott Morris. He's a good guy.
Z-Man finally
Z-Man's in
figured out
there.
how to take a hammer to his speaker.
Yeah, yeah. Z-Man. Mr. Great Shot. The Kirkses. Still got some folks hanging around. Deland. All right. What's something that you believe that most other people don't?
That's difficult because a lot of people I hang around with believe a lot of the same things I believe.
Right.
Probably one of his previous answers in Redemption.
Yes, redemption.
There you go. Well, yep. That's a good answer. What about all right, Bigfoot? Like, is that like a thing? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it
Anything's
is. But
possible. Anything is possible, but who knows? It could be the government trying to make us think that Bigfoot's out there.
right.
Michael Ray said pineapple on pizza.
What?
That's true.
Awesome.
There you go.
That's
I mean,
just
I believe
sacrilege.
it's a good.
Yes,
no,
it is.
Full
it's
on.
good. Come on.
You get the frozen pineapple and put it on the frozen pizza when you cook it. And by the time that it's all done and they're both thawed out and cooked into perfect blend, you got the right pizza.
Have you ever had barbecue chicken pizza?
Yes.
I have not.
Oh,
There is a place up in
That's
northern
good.
Kentucky
Pretty
called the Duck Inn,
yeah.
and they have a bourbon barrel pizza that is
Shut up.
so the sauce is actually barbecue, and then they've got the grilled chicken, and they've got all kinds of different cheeses on it. One of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life. It will actually change your life.
Wow.
If you're ever on the go and traveling, because I found this out being the wonderful occupation I'm in, the Pilot and Flying J truck stops have pretty good coffee across the board. It's good coffee and it's consistent, so you're not caught by surprise. And they got relatively good pizza too, and that's how I ended up. They do a pizza special where you have chicken bacon ranch or chicken cordon bleu, or some other type of off the wall pizza every so often. There, it's almost just like the flavor of the month thing.
I definitely want to try some barbecue chicken pizza.
Yes,
for
it's really
All right.
good. I had pizza today, but I had shrimp on it. It's weird.
So do you like cold pizza in the morning?
Yes.
I love.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I think it's even better. You cook it, you stick it in the refrigerator, and then you get it out in the morning, and you just stick it in the microwave and just barely heat it up. Oh,
Depends on what kind of pizza.
You know what else is good in the morning? Cold is meatloaf. I like
Yes.
like a meatloaf sandwich with a
Yes.
little bit of ketchup or barbecue sauce, and
I haven't tried meatloaf in the morning. Need to try that.
so good.
meatloaf in the morning. It sounds like a morning show of
Yes.
like a radio show. I don't know. It just
Hey,
Let's,
there's our next venture.
I don't know about that, but I had leftover homemade beef enchiladas this morning, so that was great.
Great for your blood pressure.
Yes.
right. Yeah, you're gonna have to start eating healthy, Kenzie. I know you don't.
Hey, I made it myself. I know exactly what all went into it.
Yeah.
The major ingredients in enchiladas is cheese and
Beef.
butter and everything else.
I was easy on the cheese, no butter, and I put plenty of cayenne pepper in that sucker too.
Die young, make a pretty corpse. What I say.
Oh, freaking Klopp.
Yeah. Body's a temple. Some of us are working on a cathedral.
But hey, that is my. Let me tell you a story about that. I actually had a pastor friend sit me down in his office one day, and he's like, Brian, he said, I got to talk to you about something. I said, oh, okay, sure. What? And he said, don't you ever feel bad? I said, about what? He said, well, about your weight. I
What?
said, do what? He said, don't you ever feel bad about your weight? And I'm like, no. He said, you don't ever feel like God's convicting you because you're fat? And I'm like, no.
Wow.
And so I thought he was joking. I thought he was just playing around. And then he pulled out that Bible verse out of context for those theologians that would be listening tonight, about your body is a temple and da 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 da. And I said, yep. And so I just went with it. I said, well, some people are working on a temple. I'm building a cathedral, baby.
There you go.
He was not impressed with that comeback. So, in fact, it kind of made his hair boil a little bit.
Screw him.
That would be what you call his problem, wouldn't it?
It's definitely a him problem for sure. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Screw
that's-
him. Does everybody agree on the comparison with sex and pizza? Like if you're saying like pineapple is bad or it makes pizza bad. I mean, it's sex and pizza. Even if it's bad, it's still pizza.
Well, in order to be able to properly understand that phrase and everything, I need to make sure that I consume enough. I've consumed more than enough pizza for the comparison. I just don't know the other side as much.
Bragging.
There's two kids running around out here somewhere in the yard. Apparently they're mine somehow. I don't know how that happened, but
well, so there's two.
Can't see at your age if you don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little late. All right, Timothy, if you were to work at a circus, what job would you choose?
Circus. Probably lion tamer.
Oh, good
I hear you.
answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
is it really? Is that what you want to look forward to?
Wait.
Is that one of them
I can't do trapeze or walk on high wires because I don't like heights. So I was like, okay, that's the only thing animal.
How
Or the
about
Pay the Ringmaster.
Ringmaster, just so that you can tell everyone that's in the crowd what everybody else is going to do while you keep your ass safe?
Right.
Well, people have fear of public speaking, so at least you're dealing with animals. So it's like, okay.
Right.
Heck
Do
yeah.
you so what is your take on public speaking? Is it something that you don't like to do, or you do, it's just hard, or it's easy for you?
I do it, but it's hard.
Yeah, I can't talk in front of a bunch of people. It's no.
No, just a podcast. I think you're
Yeah.
full of shit, actually. I think you'd be fine.
He has a face for radio.
That's
Yeah.
and being full of shit is a completely different issue right now. We're talking about public speaking here.
Yeah,
Actually,
well, I'm not in. I don't have to see, 100 people in front of me, so it's a whole lot easier. Yeah.
Well,
You're not
don't
crying
forget-
every Sunday.
Don't forget this show is live. Everyone's paying attention to you right now, Rusty.
Yeah, I know. Why are you trying to? If you could have any person become a member of your family, who would you choose? Wow, that's a weird question.
That is a weird question.
I don't want to know who. I want to know why.
If you could have any
Well,
person
that
be a
too.
member of the
That's
family.
a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Would it be somebody rich
If it
or
was
famous,
Erica, then it
or-
would be somebody like Shaquille O'Neal or something like that. I could already imagine.
Yeah.
I would probably say the Apostle John.
There you go.
To who?
The Apostle John.
Oh, okay. Klopp
the
said
guys
Al
like
Capone.
John,
Oh,
and
jeez.
First John and Second John and Third John and Revelation.
Yeah, but- Yes. It's because he had a chance to meet with Jesus. So
There you go. Have you ever had to complain to management?
Karen.
not very often because only if the person is not doing their job correctly, because I worked in customer service. So I'm very lenient. Only if I know that there's a problem, that I will complain. If
Right.
somebody's not doing their job, but if they're, I would more likely to compliment a person over complaining.
There you go.
I'm sort of the similar way there. I mean, I can let a lot of stuff roll off my shoulders, but if it's something that, it's something they're going to need to fix to avoid problems further down the line, then I'll fight through the urge and finally say something.
The only time I said something was there was a bone in chicken soup. I was like, okay, that's not
Ew.
good if chicken bones in something.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
Do you have any food combinations that you eat that would make others cringe?
Not really.
No. So I guess mine. Everybody knows mine. It is peanut butter and scrambled egg sandwiches. It's amazing.
That's a lot of protein.
Oh, it's amazing. Brian, come on. You got to try it, buddy. You
I'll have
got
to
to
try
try
it,
it.
yeah.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
I like peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwiches.
My brother
See?
used to eat peanut butter and bologna.
Peanut butter
I'm
and
like Elvis
bologna?
Presley.
Oh, he
Mm.
loved it.
Now
Yeah, he
Rusty's
thought that was
gonna
the
try
style.
it. I already know this. I don't even have to ask him. I can see it in his face right now.
Well, so Mikey, a friend, he was telling us about peanut butter on hot dogs, and actually Miss Beaver tried it and said it was pretty dang good. I don't know.
Sounds
mean,
very filling.
They tried it back when she was on Real Food, Real People back in the day. You can go back and listen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Instead of cream cheese, like with bagels, my sister, a lot of my aunts used to do this too. Instead of cream cheese, they would put butter and American cheese on the bagels.
You ever heard of saltine crackers and strawberry ice cream?
No, but I do put really crispy bacon on my ice cream sometimes.
People use French fries and Frosties, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Timothy,
Yes, French
right
fries.
there. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yep.
actually, I had that the morning of 9/11, which is really weird, a weird comparison, but that was, I remember when it first started happening, I ran to Wendy's real quick and I just needed that.
Yeah, I mean, your fast food French fry determines what it is that you use as a condiment on there. Wendy's is frosty. McDonald's is sweet and sour sauce. Burger King,
Kirk?
I'd recommend Hundy.
Kirk, slightly different. Kirk's talked about peanut butter on hamburgers. So that the thought of that grossed me out, but there's a place in New Orleans. Actually, I think a lot of burger places do it now, but the first time I had it, it was after a night of walking around the French Quarter, and there's a place, one of those hole-in-the-wall restaurants in the French Quarter called, it's not Slap Your Mamas, I think it's just Yo Mamas, and they have peanut butter cheeseburgers, and I had one. I couldn't finish it. Usually I can finish a burger, but it was so good. And they don't serve their burgers with fries. It is a big, full ass baked potato loaded. And it's freaking cheap for all of that food, but it was really good. It was really
the
good.
burger was like almost Fuddrucker size.
It was really good.
We have a local place that puts peanut butter on burgers here also.
We have one. We have a place around here called Just Burgers that does something like that. They always have these strange combinations for hamburgers.
Mm-hmm. The place near me called Mugshots, they have a macaroni and cheeseburger where the bun isn't a bun, it's like a grilled cheese, and they put macaroni and cheese on it, and then there's the burger. It's ridiculous.
It's a grilled cheese on top, a grilled cheese on bottom, and a hamburger and
Kraft macaroni and cheese on top.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a heart attack on a bun.
Yeah. It's probably a good hangover thing.
What was the last book that you read, Timothy?
Deliver Us from Evil by Sean Hannity.
Okay.
How was it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What type of exercise do you like most?
Walking.
Walking? Yeah.
Or
Actually,
if I can, walking in a pool.
Oh, that's the best.
Actually, I've been doing a little bit of research and stuff, and I'm thinking about going in to do some what they refer to as high intensity interval training.
HIT.
Exactly, where basically you go hard as you can for like 30 seconds, and then you go slow pace and recover with whatever your recovery time it is, and you do 6 cycles. And you do if you can't do 30 seconds, you do what you can. And what it is getting that work going through, doing that enough times, getting your recovery time down, hopefully within about the less than 2 minute mark, say maybe minute and a half at least.
There we go. I was looking to make sure we were going to get that. All right, coming up on the last portion of the show. Y'all stick around. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just here, having fun. OffTrack Syndicate.
You want to let somebody else in? Because
Sure.
I think Brian's getting ready to leave because he's got to do some maintenance.
Yeah, I got to do some maintenance. So
I got you.
I haven't told everybody this, guys, but I'm actually recovering from surgery from Tuesday. So I had
What happened Tuesday?
I had the gastric sleeve done on Tuesday.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So I have to go do some
That
protein and some other
downsizes
things.
the cathedral, though.
It'll downsize the cathedral, but at least I'll make some of these goofy Christians happy, right?
Well, thank you, Brian, for coming and hanging out with us and updating us and just being a good guy in general. Dang
Oh,
it.
shucks. Thanks,
thanks,
guys.
Brian.
And of
Hey,
course,
listen.
if you hear anything else, update us too.
I was getting to say the
Yep.
focus is on Aaron. Aaron's a good guy, and Aaron can really use the prayers and the support right now because he's. I can't imagine. Like I said, this must be a gut blow to him. It really must be.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It is.
Terrible.
Just think of trying to find places and losing all your family pictures and stuff and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, he lost
Yeah.
lost the pictures and lost the, losing just all those memories. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it is probably more devastating in the past than what it is now, because strangely enough, one of our greatest Achilles heel in this, in this modern day and age is going to be one of your sources for a lot of your pictures and everything now with different social media platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll catch up with you some other time.
All right,
See you
man.
later, Brian.
See ya.
See
Hey,
you.
Rusty, are you host?
Yes.
How about the first person that shows up, you let in, and heck with the rest of them?
Here we go. All right. We're back for the last portion of the show here, and we have Mr. Timothy Ratliff. Brian had to run. He's recovering from surgery, and so he's got to take care of that. And I don't know. Mel's back with looks like Gilly, pretty little Gilly.
You say hi for Barbara. Say hi, Barbara.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Get out of here. Love you.
And Deland was asking about Brian's podcast. There, Michael Ray threw it up. Break D Radio, I guess, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Deland, you can listen to mojo50.com. That's where our
parent
it's
company?
our home base there.
Or a lot of our shows that are off of Mojo 50. There's a lot of them that is on Spreaker.com, and you can go on there and for a lot of them find the. It might be a little harder to find some than now it has been, but you can find them on Spreaker.com and go back and listen to a lot of the old shows that way. I think Aaron's on Rumble as well, I do believe.
Yeah, so I guess right now it's kind of up in the air because you don't have any equipment or anything anymore. So what's Mojo 50? Never heard of it. Slightly venomous Kirk.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah,
It's downtown.
That's right. It's $20. Same as downtown.
It's this radio show platform with very, 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 very low standards.
Exactly. They let us in.
Hey, I'm on here. I'm on the station twice here. I mean,
First Amendment Conspiracy Theory Radio.
Yes.
really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
They own it.
So,
What's that?
yeah.
They're very low.
All right. Let's see. We got a couple other news stories here. A New York City man.
New York City.
New York
York
City.
City.
That's
Get a
right.
rope.
Admitted
Get a
to
rope.
smuggling 3 Burmese pythons in his pants.
Oh,
Wait. You mean he wasn't just excited?
No.
he was just looking at you, Rusty.
Through a U.S.-Canadian border, was sentenced Wednesday to a year of probation and fined $5,000. Jeez.
For what? Oh, smuggling them.
Calvin-
Where did he smuggle them from?
From Canada.
Okay.
Let's get into it here. Calvin
Yeah.
Batista, 38, crossed northern New York with the hidden snakes on a bus from Montreal to New York on July 15th, 2018. Jeez. And it took him this long to... justice is slow. The young adult snakes were hidden in the inner thigh of his pants in snake bags tied to the pants with a drawstring. They were discovered by U.S. Custom and Border Protection officer. I bet he was like, "Hey, is that a snake in the pants, or are you just happy to see me?" The Queens resident purchased the snakes, which were worth more than $2,500 at a reptile store in Canada. But importation of Burmese pythons is regulated by the international treaty, or by an international treaty, and by U.S. federal regulations, listing them as injurious, to human beings. It is Burmese is one of the world's largest snakes, considered a vulnerable species in its native Asia, but it is invasive in Florida, where it is threatening the wildlife there.
They can get as large as anacondas, or if not bigger, I think.
Yeah,
I had
think even bigger.
I used to have a green Burmese python, and it was temperamental compared to my Colombian red-tailed boas.
Yeah,
But they were really temperamental. The rarer, I think, the snake, the more temperamental they are.
Yeah, we had a Colombian red tail, and she was just so docile.
Yeah, yep.
Now, here's what I just looked up here, because it said that there were 3 adult pythons, right?
Young adult snakes, yes.
Okay. Now,
Manaconda.
I just looked up for Burmese python and had asked what the minimum size it would be to be considered a adult, and that is 2.35 meters, otherwise known as 7 foot 9 inches.
But also with those with snakes also, they grow based on their environment. If you keep them caged up in a small tank, they're not going to get that big. But if they're in the wild, they're going to grow as big as they possibly can. I know once we transferred our snakes, or I transferred my snakes into a bigger cage, they grew exponentially.
I just typed up what the minimum size would be for adults, and I'm just assuming they're right. So, I mean.
Wow, from Barrel Dave, the largest Burmese python ever caught in Florida was 19 feet long and weighed 125 pounds. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have original sound on, Kinsey. It didn't come through.
Oh, my. Yeah. Now I do. Too late, right?
There you go. Yeah, that is.
Probably too quiet, too.
Yeah, it's a little quiet.
That someday when I'm playing around.
So there you go.
Or louder.
So that guy got fined $5,000. Jeez.
What happened to the snakes?
No, it didn't say.
The Canada bought them. That's what
Canada
the lady
bought 'em.
Yeah, or the got them, or whatever you want to refer to. That's what the lady ship is, pretty much.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. I'm trying to find. I had another story here and I lost it. Oh, yes, the Immaculate Conception story.
Jesus. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so Charlotte is a rust-colored stingray about the size of a serving platter. Has spent much of
Sorry,
Stop
that
it.
was me.
has spent much of her life gliding around the confines of a storefront aquarium in North Carolina's Appalachian Mountains. She has not shared a tank of water with a male of her species in at least 8 years, and yet, who keeps doing that? Stop it.
That was sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. Go ahead.
And yet nature has found a way. The stingray is pregnant with as many as 4 pups and could give birth in the next 2 weeks.
They're called
So-
pups.
Yes, they're called pups. Stingray, yeah.
Doesn't matter what they are. All babies are cute. Yeah, it was you.
I can't touch it. I can't touch it. It's going to make noise.
An expert on stingrays said it would have been impossible for Charlotte to have mated with one of the 5 small sharks, referring to a news report suggesting that that it could have interspecies hookup, but that's not possible. Anyway, this is a process called, or part of a process called parthenogenesis.
Yeah, you said that right.
Oh.
Yep.
A type of asexual reproduction in which offspring develop from unfertilized eggs, meaning there is no genetic contribution by a male.
Nature
It's
finds
mostly-
a way.
That's right. Rare phenomenon can occur in some insects, fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, and at least one mammal that we know of, but we won't get into that. That's,
Not that guy.
yeah,
Girl.
that guy. Documented examples have also included California condors, Komodo dragons, and yellow-bellied water snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them things look an awful lot like copperheads to you. They scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, they ooh, it worked. Never mind. Got it. Yeah, nature finds a way. That's why there's no I hate to say it this way, binary blueprint. They survive, or survival of the fittest, I guess. It's crazy. It is mind-blowing.
Yep. So,
Well, I got something that sounds a little bit strange here.
All right.
South Korean student eats $120,000 banana artwork because he was hungry.
That's so
Wow.
sad.
Not good.
Oh, that is sad.
No,
Yes.
Koyan So removed. We got to throw all these names in here, don't we? Removed Mauricio's Catalan's piece from the wall at the Liam Museum of Art in Seoul, and
nailed it.
Yep, and then ate it later, saying he did simply because he'd skipped breakfast.
Oh,
Yeah, And basically, apparently their standards for art is starting to approach our standards for art, because all the art is a banana against what appears to be a sheet of drywall for the wall, and or a white background anyway. It might be something else, but a banana duct tape in place is what the artwork is. That's entirely what the artwork is. If I pulled the picture up and put it on there, it's what you'd see.
So
All right.
Who valued it? I mean, like, who said, well, that's $120,000?
I don't know who valued it, but apparently the banana piece was entitled Comedian, which I guess is because it must have been a joke. But yeah, it was estimated to be worth $120,000 in Americans' worth currency there.
Of course, that's what they're going to tell the insurance company. Well, that's $120,000.
Well,
I know,
mean,
right?
you would think so, but here's what happened. Whenever he done that, the museum did not press any charges or do anything. All they did, instead of taking punitive action, was that,
they made him go through and actually look at all the rest of the crappy art in there.
No,
So
they
that's
didn't
your
take any
punishment.
action. Well, the guy that took the banana off ate the banana and took the peel and taped it back up. Just the peel. And then when the museum saw what all happened and everything, instead of throwing a fit about it, all they did was duct tape another banana to the wall.
Oh my gosh.
That's Deland said it's probably better than pineapple on pizza. No. No. Jeez. No. Whatever. Anyway, paper pizza is better, Michael Ray said. Probably.
That
With some
story
salt.
apparently was newsworthy enough that, CNN was informed about it.
Huh. Let's see. Yeah, I got nothing. What do you got, Mel?
Same with my wife, Mel. Touch her noise. Oh. Okay.
Wait.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, Kirk said, same with my wife, Mel. Touch her noise. Oh, wait. Mel's so bored she's playing Tetris. Yeah, all right. I am not that smart. He should have thrown him up on the canvas and called it art. Yeah. Well, it's all subjective.
Oh, here we go. Going back to the story from last week. Guinness World Records admits it was too heavy-handed in rejecting man's Eiffel Tower entry and gives him the title of the largest toothpick of the Eiffel Tower, largest toothpick model, stating they give two reasons. The Frenchman Richard Plod had built a model of Eiffel Tower using over 700,000 matchsticks, but said they rejected him because the structure must be built from matches that are available to the public.
It's all about the tip. Right.
And don't have flammable red tips, and they must not be cut, disassembled, or deformed to the point where they are no longer recognized. Mr. Plod told French media outlet TFI he started off the tower with matches bought commercially, but became tired of having to scrape off the red tips one by one, so ended up contacting the main French manufacturer to just have the wooden rods delivered in boxes. He said he did not know it would disqualify him. Mr. Plod spent 8 years and 4,200 hours assembling 706,000 matches to build the world's tallest structure made of matches, measured at 23.6 feet. After completing his piece on December 27th, Mr. Plod said he submitted an application only to be rejected. But now, after reviewing his case, Guinness World Record admitted they were too heavy-handed. Director of Central Records, Mark McKinley, has told Sky News, we take a lot of pride in being as thorough as possible when reviewing evidence because our rules and evidence requires level the playing field for everyone. However, having learned more about the techniques used by the matchstick model community and after a second review of this achievement in relation to similar record titles, it seems we've been too heavy-handed. We're therefore happy to award Richard with the Guinness World Record title and have corrected some inconsistencies within our rules, which now allow matchsticks to be snipped and or shaped as the modeler sees fit.
I don't know. I think he should have kept the tip.
I think so also.
Yeah, you need that. You need that sulfur and stuff.
Right.
I used to have one of my very first jobs. It was off the books. It was in a factory in Providence, Rhode Island, and they would give me a box of matches and it was to. It was a fancy brand. I mean, the factory was terrible. Like, I should have never been working there. It's probably 100% illegal, but these fancy Joan and David belts would go through, and I would have to burn the strings off of it because I wasn't old enough to play with the glue to set. Providence, Rhode Island, and up there in those factories are huge with jewelry and fashion factories. Uh-huh. So I wasn't allowed to play with the glue thing. So they had me use matches and burn all of the extra threads on belts. And I would just sit there and just light matches all day. That was my job. I was 13. 12, wow. 13? Yeah. But I had more money than anybody else my age. I probably should have saved it. But spent it all at 13 on strawberry yoo-hoos and Marlboro Reds.
At 13?
I mean, strawberry yoo-hoos and French fries with vinegar. Mulled vinegar. Yes.
Huh. All right, some more questions for Timothy.
Yeah.
Do you name inanimate objects? Do you have, like, I don't know.
Oh, is your car Betty or Betsy?
Yeah, like,
No.
No? No, yeah, I don't either.
I used to. I don't anymore. Yeah, I think they were $1, Kirk. I remember being like 9 years old, going to the corner store for my grandmother and buying her brown Benson and Hedges cigarettes, and I think they were 75 cents a pack. 50 cents, 75, yeah. Benson and Hedges. It just sounds like it doesn't taste good.
If it was possible to transplant your brain to stay alive for another 100 years, would you?
Probably not.
Really? I don't know. I'm kind of...
I mean, what are the options here? Because, I mean...
I guess all options.
Could you change gender at this point or what? Because, I mean...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess.
That's all in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Yeah, would you have a different body or the same? Would you have the same body? Or would you be like a robot or a brain like in The Man with Two Brains? That was a really funny movie, by the way.
Yeah, Steve Martin, good movie.
I like a you like a me. Anyway, you don't want me singing.
Could be a robot man like on Doom Patrol, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you think you could throw away that you currently own and not notice a difference in your life? I guess it's worded differently. How many things do you currently own do you think you could throw away and not notice a difference in your life? Some of these are really worded really weird.
Probably not, because I have a lot of different hat collections and stuff that I keep, so probably not.
Right? Yeah, I don't think
You think that until you start cleaning out like your junk drawers and going through on doing other stuff, and you realize how much
Yeah.
crap you actually have in there that you remember when you had it, what it's from, what it's for, and you haven't been looking for it for the past 5 years.
Right.
That's
Oh,
true.
there's probably some things, I guess. I don't know. What's the most amount of money you've ever found?
$100.
Nice. Like just on the street? What was the situation?
Just on the street.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
But actually, the funny thing about it was a $100 napkin. When I thought, I was like, okay. Somebody had a napkin chip, like $100. I was like, oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Huh.
So what you're saying is you thought you found $100, and the next thing you knew it was
A napkin. Pretty much.
Oh,
there you go.
dang it.
Wow.
When you wa-
Since we've been on air, Aaron, well, I don't want to say it's our listeners, but he's been up at least $300.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
I mean,
if you can.
what's his dollar amount at right now? It was
Right now, he's at $7,205.
Yep.
There
Nice.
you go.
Good deal. When you want to escape from everyone, where do you go?
When I want to escape from everyone, on YouTube. Watching YouTube videos.
That's an easy place to go to get lost.
Yeah.
That and listen to the radio podcasts.
And any podcast in particular?
OffTrack Syndicate.
Ah.
No. We're talking about a real podcast.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah, not
podcast.
us.
The Daily Mojo.
Okay, I guess I'm nowhere on the list.
Fair.
Wait, you have another podcast? Why don't you guys talk about
and
them?
then, what's that podcast name again? Is it D-Ray? No, is it Amtrak? What was it?
Look down here.
Oh, Tin Can Radio Program. Oh,
Tin Can
yeah.
Radio. Oh, that's right.
Barrel Dave says, I have that thing under that pile of papers in the corner. I know what it is, and I might use it one day.
Yep.
There you go.
Under the pile of papers, because I mean, I thought it would be more useful if it was on top of the pile of papers, so the pile of papers didn't blow off anywhere.
Yeah, has anybody ever gone minimalist?
Not me.
I'd lose too many creature comforts. I don't think I could tolerate that.
I'm entertaining. I wonder if it's less stressful. It's probably extremely stressful getting there, but once you're there, it's probably less stressful. I don't know.
Right.
There's a good YouTube channel on being minimalist called the Cheap RVing. You want to look at it?
The cheap what?
RV.
Cheap RVing.
Huh. Now,
I'm
when
gonna
I was
check
living, I lived in a little travel trailer, but just before I met Judy, and I guess I was kind of minimalist in that I had one plate, one fork, one spoon. You know, that's it. And when I, got done eating, I jumped up and throwed it in the sink, washed it real quick, and I was done. You know, that was it. I didn't.
Oh,
There you go.
You know that. I don't know. Just
Were
made it
you
easier.
happier back then?
well, no, because he didn't meet Judy yet.
That's
No,
true.
I was not happier back then.
That's true.
Good answer, Rusty.
Your words are saying yes. Your your head is saying.
Well,
Oh, by the rules, I have to say chewing the fat, but of course it's y'all. Thanks, Herc. Who was it that said, when you said something about, is there something you wouldn't notice if you got rid of it. And Michael Ray said wife.
Wow. Michael Ray.
Wait a minute.
Was that, I wonder if that was the answer to that question, or is it on a delay? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now, if you got the right one, you don't notice her being around during most of your time anyhow, because she's already making everything else run so smoothly. So if you was to not have her, yeah, you should notice really quick.
Yeah.
You should.
Alrighty then. We're about to wrap everything up, yeah?
That's what it looks like. Got about a minute or so. We could
that way.
warhorselegacy.org.
Yep.
Yes, Warhorse.
And yeah, send a couple of bucks to Aaron Barker and his friends. I mean, his friends. No, his family.
His family.
I gotta stop looking at stuff and then.
Yeah. You got a dog to help relocate from somewhere.
Oh yeah, if anybody wants, I left him outside. Charlie's outside, but if you want a Beagle Boston Terrier mix, I'll drive him to your house. He's a good boy. He really is.
You probably ought to shoot that idea directly to Aaron and his kids.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can't replace. I mean, he's a little dog. It sounds like he's like a big dog guy. But yeah, Charlie's little. No, you can't have Gilly. But Charlie, it breaks my heart. I would really keep Charlie. I can't. He's just such a cute dog, and he has like those ears when he's there. He's such a good boy. Yeah. Very trainable. I mean, he picks everything up like that. But yeah, if you're interested, maybe I'll post a picture. I don't know if it's legal or whatever. It's not even my dog. It's my neighbor's dog. But, you know, if you've been a listener of the show for a long time, that's how I got Gilly. The lady, the meth head neighbor that rings my bell is not a good caretaker of dogs.
That's not.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us, folks. Thanks for hanging out and listening to the craziness. Go to warhorselegacy.org. Leave them a couple bucks. Stick around or come back next week when you might hear Melissa say, "No, she don't know."
No. Good night, everybody.
See you, folks.
Love you guys.
Good night, everybody.
We're still on YouTube. So.
Oh, Gunner jumped in there at the last minute. What's up, Gunner? All right, I guess we're going to sign out of YouTube, and I got to go to bed. I'm exhausted.
Man, already.
Long day today. Thank you, Timothy.
Stay on YouTube all night. Thank you, Tim. It was nice talking to you.
I'm shooting a message over. If I get a confirmation, Melissa, I'll send you a text as soon as I see a confirmation.
Confirmation for what? Say that again.
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah, I shot it in a message. I'm going to wait and see if you're.
I don't think they didn't even got a place to keep a dog, Kinsey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, they may or they may not. If they do, I bet you that's going to be very helpful for coping with the loss of the ones that he had, especially with the kids.
Okay, you guys on YouTube. Good night. Have a good night. We're not doing an after show. You're going what?
DeLanne said the worst part of Sunday is this show going off. Aw.
Oh, DeLanne.
Man. I guess he got the check. You got the check in the mail, right?
Yeah, in the
Thank
mail.
you.
I thought that he was going to say starting.
What check in the mail? I didn't get what was he talking about a check?
Dang it, Kinsey! You were supposed to pay him $5.
No. He was supposed to pay you the money for the show.
Yeah.
That's why he's a Patreon. You're the one who's supposed to got the check, Rusty.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Timmy, send us your Venmo information or your Cash App, whatever.
Okay. Just donate the money to Aaron.
Right. There you
Oh.
go.
All right, guys. Good night. Have a good week and looking forward to seeing you next time.